I do love a good walk-off. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But there was another game to be played yesterday, and we lost. Now, that cannot happen. Honestly, it can't. You should have swept the Red Sox yesterday. They're one of the worst teams in baseball. And, you got to take advantage of that. Instead, we win, and then we lose, and now we're still 3 games above 500. But, what are you going to do? We should be 5 games above 500, though. That's my thing. That's my thing. But the Phillies in Game 1 did walk it off against the Boston Red Sox. And, it's great that we got walk-offs, don't get me wrong, but the bullpen kind of blew it again. And same thing with Zach Eflin. Now, as we know, there's 7-inning games, during these doubleheaders this time of year because, the pandemic. And we know the rules by now. So Eflin went 5 innings, allowed 3 earned, 8 hits. He got 6 strikeouts. But every run that they got was off of home runs. Every single one of them. And Tommy Hunter, who has been very good as of late, blew the save, letting a 2-run home run up in the 6th, 6 2/3. Can't happen. Can't happen. Hector Neris got the win, surprisingly. Struck out 1, allowed 2 on. What are you going to do? We did get the win. We allowed 11 hits, 5 earned, walked 2, and we only had 7 strikeouts. But again, all of the runs that the Red Sox got yesterday in the first game were home runs. We allowed 4 home runs yesterday. 2 of them were to Rafael Devers, who, don't get me wrong, he's a beast. But, come on, man. Just pitch around him. The Red Sox are not good. They're not a good team. You got to pitch around people that are good, especially on a bad team. Alex Verdugo, Devers, Jackie Bradley Jr., J.D. Martinez. Yes, those 2 are struggling. J.D. and Bradley Jr. They are struggling. Pitch to them. I don't care. But when you're pitching to guys with a 311 and a 264 batting average, and they allow 4 of the 5 RBIs, you would think. They're the only 2 players on this team. Maybe, I guess, Xander Bogaerts is pretty good. But other than that, why are you pitching to them? Why are you pitching to Verdugo and Devers? I say you should pitch around them. Or make them earn their hits. Instead of throwing curveballs and fastballs right down the middle to them. Because that's what happened. And Eflin led up both home runs to Devers. Back-to-back, actually, to Verdugo and Devers. But what are you going to do? And Vasquez, their backup catcher, I'm pretty sure, 4 hits, 4 at-bats. He was 4 for 4. He was 4 for 4. That can't happen. That can't happen. But it doesn't really matter. We did indeed get the win. Alec Bohm's a stud. He's a stud hitter. 4 RBIs for the kid yesterday. 4 of them. And he had 3 hits. 3 for 4. 4 RBIs. Didi hit a home run. 2 hits. He scored 3 times. Actually scored the winning run from second base. Got an RBI, obviously, the solo shot. And, Gene got a hit. But then you look at the other guys. Harper, no hits. JT, no hits. Reese, no hits. Let's not get back into that. Let's start hitting, guys. Bryce in the second game got robbed at least 3 times. He got robbed of a home run in the first inning. And then he got robbed in the 9th or the 8th. There's really not much you could do about that. It's just good fielding. But, man. When Bohm, he's a rookie. He's a rookie getting 3 hits, and I love him for that. But, man, our middle of the lineup is starting to fall off a little bit again. You have Gosselin getting a hit. Segura, Didi, they all got hits in the first game. But you need your star players to hit. JT, Bryce, Reese, McCutchen got a hit. but he didn't play the second game, so it didn't really matter. But we won the first game 6-5 on a walk-off single by Alec Bohm. We had 8 hits to their 11, but they did get an error. Hector Neris got the win in Game 1. Game 2 was absolutely horrendous. It was awful. I mean, we had 5 hits, 2 runs. Reese got 2 hits this game. But then again, you look at it. Harper, no hits, but he was walked once. He was 1 for 3. Gene was 0 for 4 in the leadoff spot. Then you had JT 1 for 2 with a walk. And he did score, but again, these guys are not hitting. They're not hitting. Harper is not hitting. And that's a problem. That is going to be a problem. Because we're trying to make a playoff push. And, without our star guys hitting, that's going to be a problem. Vinny V was on the mound yesterday. Went 5 innings. Allowed 2 earned, 7 hits. Struck out 9. Cannot complain from Vince Velasquez. David Phelps stinks. He really does. He's awful. 3 straight appearances that he's been in, he has allowed a home run. 3 straight. 2 earned, 2 walks, 2 runs, 1 hit. And then in the closing spot, Heath Hembree, 1 earned, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. I mean, it's the same old, same old. Jojo Romero, though, the rookie, nothing. There's absolutely, in 1 1/3, he allows nothing. That just can't happen. We were 1 for 7 with guys with runners in scoring position. We left 6 guys on base, and in the 9th inning alone, we just fell apart. I mean, there was 2 guys on in the 9th inning. I think on 2nd and 3rd, and you hit a home run there. I mean, you tie up the game, but you don't even need a home run. Just keep it going. You had JT on. I don't even remember who they had on, but it was just awful. David Phelps gets the loss. They let this guy, I don't even know where he's at, Dahlbeck. He hit 2 home runs yesterday. 2 of them. 3 RBIs. He might have actually hit 3. But can't happen. You cannot lose to bad teams like the Red Sox. You cannot lose to bad teams, this weekend like the Marlins. Yes, the Marlins are having a much better season. They are. But this is huge. We start a 5 or a 6 game series versus the Marlins. If you lose this series, you might as well be done. We might be done if we lose this series. You cannot lose to the Miami Marlins. You cannot. Bryce needs to start hitting. JT needs to start, he was finding his stuff yesterday, but we need more. We need more from Bryce. We need a little bit more from Reese. The stars. And I'm putting most of this blame not really on anybody. I mean, the bullpen has been awful again as of late. But Bryce Harper needs to start hitting. Bryce is the X factor. He's the reason why, we have JT. Why we have McCutchen. Why we have, these guys. Wheeler. He's the reason. I don't know who's starting in tomorrow because we're off today. But I can check. Game time 6:40. We have we have Arrieta starting tomorrow. We have a few doubleheaders. This weekend coming up. We really do. We play 6:40 on what's that? Tomorrow. Then we play a doubleheader on Friday. We have, let's see who's pitching. It's to be determined. But I'm guessing Nola is going to start. Howard might start one of them. Then we have a single game on Saturday, a doubleheader on Sunday. I mean, this is big. And then a game on Monday. This is huge. This is huge. You need to win. You need to win this series. You win the division. Or not the division. You win the series, and you win. You're going to the playoffs. You do. It's as simple as that. You win this series. You go 4 or 5 or 4-2 or 2 or what. I don't even know what it is. You go positive in this series, you go to the playoffs. It's as simple as that. We need our aces. We need our, hitters to hit. Now is not the time to slump. Now is not the time to, fall off. We need this. We need this series. This is big. The JT Realmuto's signing in the offseason kind of falls into the balance of all of this. If you go to the playoffs, I think you do re-sign him pretty easily. If you miss the playoffs again, why wouldn't he leave? Especially for more money somewhere else, if they offer him that. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Phillies play the Miami Marlins tomorrow. First of a 6-game series. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 803. Let's try to hit 805 to 807 by the end of the day. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.